I am officially old. Two kids just rode up on their scooters onto my driveway, and I literally had that moment of "get off my lawn, kids." Okay, welcome to the tournament of blind boxes. All right, how's this tournament going to work? I'm going to open each blind box on camera. I'm going to talk about what the box means to me, which is going to be very little of that. These are 20 different blind boxes from people I barely know on Instagram. So when you ask them to do a blind box for you, you can't look at how much it means to you. You got to look at the other variants. So these were $100 blind boxes. I paid for the blind box and I paid for shipping. So they're out the comics that they valued at $100. One of the rules is it can't be less than $80, and it can't be more than $150. My gut tells me that most people are going to come in between the 100 and 150 mark. It's really hard to measure value. I specialize my collection behind me. I specialize in kind of pricing silver comics. And then everything else I rely on eBay sold and tools like Cover Price or Go Collect if it's a slab. Signatures. I tend to know how much a person's signature goes for, or I look that up, and then I apply that to the value of the comic for what it is, and then you have multipliers on that. So if you have 4 signatures, it's not just 4 signatures, it's 4 signatures that are together, therefore it's even more money. So very complicated pricing. And if it's close, I'm happy. And I think talking to a few key people, it seems like everyone's been really trying to keep below that 150 mark. All right, so that's the price. There's no other rules really other than it needs to arrive before this Saturday. That is the 6th of February. I'm hoping that they all arrive by Thursday so that I can start filming the opening and putting like the prices and why the comic's special and all that kind of stuff on the screen. We've broken up the group into 4 groups. We're going to do it like the FIFA World Cup. No one is watching this knows what that means. Okay, so out of every group, there's going to be a winner and a runner-up. And they get given a rating. Like 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. It's real complicated. And then they play against each other, high rank against low rank in the groupings, and then you get one winner. There will also be, so the prize for that is Spider-Man 252, 9.6 white pages. It's pretty cool. A couple $100 there. There will be a audience watcher prize. The way we're going to do this is find the video. So it'll be individual videos of each review of the blind box. Find the video you want to vote for and upvote. We're only counting upvotes. Downvotes is obviously someone trying to play the game. So we're going to count upvotes. For instance, Roy, with your blind box, You can contact whoever you want, use your social media, do whatever you need to do to point them to that video and get a thumbs up. And that will take the blind box with the highest amount of thumbs up at competition close, which we're hoping for Sunday the 7th at 7 p.m. to be competition close. PST, Pacific Standard Time. So here's what I think is going to happen. It's going to be chaos. Everyone's not going to like who they paired up with to go against. What I love about this competition is that there's a prize, but the prize is so secondary to all these people. They all want to know that they beat the other people. I've had people offering secondary blind boxes and warring whether their blind box is good enough, whatever. I think we're going to see a lot of modern comics, a lot of Batman 100s, a lot of Unknown Comic Store variants. We definitely have a few people here that have never made a blind box in their life before, or they've made just a couple for friends, and this is their first publicized one. I don't actually know what to expect from that. I expect out of the 20 people, I expect probably 6 to really blow me out the water, and it's going to be a really hard decision as to who wins this thing. There is a prize for the audience vote. It's 1 or 2 prizes, so when we get there, you can pick. It's actually worth more money than the 252. Yeah. So, teams, attached to the Instagram message that I'm sending, my Instagram is just _comic_show on Instagram. I will post the teams and I will at them so that we know what's going on. Here is the groupings. Group 1 is Mucho, James W. GNC, The Bearded Mage, Ashes Comic Dash, and B Cars 10. So that's group number 1. Group number 2 is Chasing Keys and Grails. That's Roy. Nice Cover Bro, JC Comics and Collectibles. That's our friend John. Big Ben 70 and Taz Dad 83. So that's kind of a loaded bracket. Number 3 is ZM Comics, Alan May, Bin City Books, AKA Comics, and Condemned Kitten. So that's pretty loaded as well. Definitely got some heavy hitters there. The 4th bucket is Rad Hulk Dad, Heroes in a Box, Ben Parker Comics, Longbox Comics, and EJS Comic Shack. So I used the randomizer to pull this up. The number 1 bracket was super heavy. It was super heavy, and kind of it would have been. We ended up with a heavy bracket and a very light bracket, so I re-randomized those two just to kind of get a bit of mix in there. So pretty heavy all the way through. If I was part of this, so I've bought comics from a lot of these people. 1 would be tough. 2 would be tough. And so 1, yeah, 1 would be tough, 2 would be tough. 3, really tough, actually. There's some people with some very deep collections in number 3. And then 4 is tough too. Also, more deep collections. So do I have a preference to any of these people? So let's be honest. I've bought comics from, out of the 20, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So out of the 20, I've bought comics from 15, but they've all been low value comics for the most part. John, JC Colors Collectible, probably because I've won several raffles from him, blah, 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 blah. Also, I've reviewed a blind box on this channel from him, which I kind of tore apart to some degree. We'll see. I'm not biased to any of these people. This is a very impressive group of people. I hope to have a second one of these, maybe in 3 months. Maybe get some more money. But this is going to be fun, people. Okay, so next, I'm going to start reviewing tomorrow. I will not post the videos tomorrow. I will post them when I get all the boxes. And I can review them all. So I'm waiting on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 7 boxes. The only bracket that's completely here is bracket number 3. So I'm gonna wait till it gets more filled out. If I think that I'm gonna post it up by bracket, then I'll do 3 pretty soon. I will also post on my Instagram when that is happening and at the key people. Anything else? No, I think that's it. And listen, guys, I know, guys and girls, I know that we all have our egos, and we all think we make the best blind box, and we all think that this South African knows nothing about comics, and that you know how to price a comic better than I do, and that I did not pay attention to how good your corner is compared to how good that other person's corner is. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do the best I can. I have collected 50,000 comics, so I kind of would like to think I know what I'm doing. So I ask that just as much as I trusted you, that you trust me to come up with a good winner. All right. Things I'll be looking for. I will be looking for variety. I'll be looking for value, because I kind of set the value, so it's a little unfair to say value, but value. I'll be looking for that wow factor, that it factor. That's going to be the majority of the scoring for me. And then a little bit of it will be, is there a story being told in the mystery box? Like, is it 10 random comics from 10 different brands that have nothing to do with each other, but, you know, is it like that? Or is it that they're 10 different stories from 10 different, publishers, but they all have to do with life on Mars. That's a story. So that's where I am. That's where I'm gonna leave it at. If you have questions, you can ask. We'll see what happens. Okay, bye.